Welcome into this brand new series, a spin-off from our Forgotten Farmer series. This is essentially the Forgotten Farmers Let's Play series, where if I stumble across a map that I think I really like the look of, I'm going to run a little mini Let's Play on this. If you've seen the video where I come back to Geistal and have a little look around, I sort of explain what it's going to be like in there. In summary, you're not going to get to have to watch me harvesting fields. Like, we might talk about the jobs, but the whole idea of the series is just to try and be a sort of 15-20 minute episode tops. You probably won't see the mundane stuff that is just we all do all the time. So like, you don't need to see me driving a harvester up and down a field relentlessly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So game settings, the usual stuff for me, same sort of principles, usual mods around red tape and basically anything that Oz has designed as usual. And the moisture system, the issue for me is I'm so out of touch with the changes. They're probably going to burn me, but it is what it is. Hard difficulty, £44,000 in the bank. £200,000 loan over 20 years because we've bought some extra fields. So bought this field and that field. So we've got the grass field up there, and then we've basically got a rye, spelt, and summer barley, which is obviously that one there. Field. Changed up the animals as well, just sort of reduced the animals down, got a bit of a better quality of stock in there, the cows and pigs. Other than that, though, everything is base game, because the whole point is I just want to see what it's like to play the map using the equipment and everything that's been left to us by the map maker. So the main thing is it's going to be standard time for this month, just because we're starting in August as usual, and then I'll chuck it on to 3-day months times 5 as usual for me, and I'll pick the pace up there. But because the day one and where we started, I haven't done the whole like start a year later. I've just loaded in, made it work, and we're going to get on with it. So desperately need to get some harvesting done because it's already 1:20 in the afternoon. Is there rain coming? There is blinking rain coming in 5 and a bit hours, but with it being on times one, we should be all good. For that, advanced damage system is on, so got to be wary of that with the vehicles. But other than that, we'll just get on with it. There won't be this won't be the all cab no tab and all that, but because I can do that myself, which will be nice, because then I won't be sort of boring everyone and upsetting everyone. Oh, vehicle fault. Oh dear. And this is the downside. We got 84 hours on our harvester, and it's already got a fault on it. Advanced damage I've set at about 150 hours for the life of the vehicles. I mean, we can't afford for this thing to actually go in to be serviced today. We need to get on and actually harvest. So I think, I hate to say it, I think we're going to have to drive through the fault, which sucks, but it sort of is what it is. Am I going to clear that? Probably not. Alright, come on. There we go. So right, I'm gonna head up to our fields. Might do a little bit of a actually just a couple of seconds of it, maybe a little cinematic here and there. But in the main, it'll be let's go and grab everything out of these fields, get them harvested, and I'll catch up with you very shortly. Okay, just gonna catch you guys up on something a little bit earlier than planned. I've finished that first field off. A couple of things, completely out of practice. Completely forgot to check the moisture levels within the field. Oz's moisture mod has completely thrown me because I haven't seen this screen before. So I kind of was like, didn't really know what to make of this. So from what I can tell, our rye was pretty terrible. And if it's harvested too wet, which is what we would have been, quality drops to 67, but then the yield is only to 82. So then on the price, if it's 67 on the rye, I mean, that puts us in grade C. So it isn't going to be particularly pretty, but we just got to get on with it. But there's literally nothing we can do about it. So I'm not going to worry about we just got to have to harvest it, and then we will do all the work to get them as good as we can. And then the next harvest, it'll be where we try and target the weather windows for it. The one thing that was really causing a massive drama though was, and this happens often when you set up a new game, the existing equipment doesn't play well with the advanced damage system depending on the settings that you apply. So the majority of the equipment would have had, you know, a bit of age to them. In base game, it doesn't really matter. You know, nothing really happens. So I've had to take some sort of drastic action, and I've basically sold. Well, I've put down Oz's used equipment yards, a couple of them. I've sold the tractors and the harvester. So to show you what we've ended up with, I've had to buy brand new. So this thing is going to be rinsing me for the next 10 years. But I'm really looking forward to using this because this thing is a beast. And it's got loads of the interactive controls, which for those of you that have followed me before will know I am all about that life. Up we go. And this is just a really cool machine. God, it's got a mobile phone. It's just so cool. I love it. I really do love it. I think it's just a wicked machine. We've got the camera on the back there. This is pretty special. So we could fold our stairs from there. We can fold the door shut, and then we got a lot of other stuff going on here. Turn that off. Lovely jubbly. And now I'm gonna have to reopen all my doors and mess about with all this stuff. So yeah, so we have a huge amount of debt now relating to this thing, but then I did manage to go up to the I'll just jump across to the yard now. If I jump over to here, there we go. So we have basically, a bit of an equipment side of things here, and a few bits of bobs. I'm really tempted by this monstrosity of a baler, coming in at only 117,000, and yeah, I'm very, very tempted by that. When you look at what we got going on down here, our round baler at the moment is 104,000. We could sell that now. It's basically brand new, and go for this thing. Which needs 275 horsepower, which is the only downside. So the problem is then we need a tractor that can deal with that. So we go to some tractors, and I have ended up with the Old Faithfuls. They were genuinely in this yard sale. I went to go with this Deutz here, and I was sort of umming and ahhing about it, but the two financially that made the most amount of sense was the good old classic 8S and the 8250, which was here. Both of which obviously you've got the interactive control options on them. They've both got a bit of wear and tear. So you'll see here, we're looking at 24.7 hours overall on the 8S. And it needs obviously fuel because that's just the way it is with these things. And the 8250 is 26 hours. So the only thing is, what was I going to check then? The horsepower on these things is 183. So this is basically the smaller engine one, and then we've got 245. Yeah, 245 on the 8S. So neither of these are going to pull that baler. It ain't going to happen. But at least we have these. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to get these other fields sorted out, get them done. I will also get some baling done to get these fields up and running and claimed. The moisture issue is going to be what it is, and I will bring you guys back in probably in September, I will imagine. So I'll see you very shortly. Welcome back, as usual, sooner than planned. Now, if you notice the clock, you'll think I have somehow managed to skip time. I hadn't noticed there are three versions of the Geistal map, one of which is standard, one of which has bale storage, one of which is a multiplayer. I chose standard without really thinking about it. Come on, Massey Ferguson. And it turns out I desperately need the bale storage, because there is nothing worse in this game than trying to stack bales. Now, I don't mind, like, the way I've done this. Collecting the bales is my usual way, so I will put the auto collector on the trailer. I will then go collect the bales manually, drop them onto the trailer so they stack nicely, and then when I come to then moving them, I will unload the bales in on the trailer and catch them quickly with the straps. So you can see they're all then a little bit sort of all over the shop. There's bigger gaps than you would normally expect, and that adds then the physics weight to the trailer as well. Side note, this trailer is a thing of beauty. Yeah, it is blinking lovely, and I love this little arm, the leg that swings back and forth. That's just such a nice touch. Such a nice touch. Little things like that, like those levels of detail is what makes farming simulator. Now, let me stop here. I'm just going to block the traffic. I owe a huge thank you, Mr. Dex. For those of you that don't know him, an incredibly kind and talented and funny bloke. Basically put together the signage for me. This thing is just brilliant. I couldn't be more pleased. So thank you very much, Mr. Dex. That is absolutely epic. We've got the one on the wall here, and then we've got two signs scattered around the farm as well. So I've had to redo a new save basically and bring it in on the new map, but then just transport it across the various XML files and bits and bobs that I would need, and then just a little bit of easy deving, and here we are. So we're basically back to what I got us to. So I've harvested the 3 fields. The only downside is I couldn't bring the grains across. For some reason, the triticale came across, but the spelt rye and summer barley didn't, which I couldn't get my head around that for some reason. There's something very strange. I've spoken to Oz. There's something very strange going on with Farm Sim in the moment, and I've got some sort of horrific conflict going on, because what did I find a minute ago? Right, so if I go to one of the animal pens, and this isn't an Oz issue either. If I go to the animal pens, so let me go to the chickens in here, we get into the point where we should now be able to go there. So we should, no, that's a closed door. Why can't I can't even, like, see, it's like it's not registering things. It's the same way that I spent ages putting a fuel tank on this map and then realized there's a blinking fuel tank out here. But if I go to the settings version, normally we would press, for me on the controller, it would be like left thumbstick and down, but like nothing happens there. If I come out and go into mouse and keyboard, I get nothing, but then I get that stop drying at the top, which is obviously relating to Oz's moisture mod, and it's just some very strange things. So I think Oz is going to move the stop drying option to within a dedicated menu, rather than it be just loose like it is now, where it's based on distance to silos. But something else is just going on that's weird. And then what's also weird is if we nip down to the used vehicle sales, for some reason, it's basically stopped allowing it, keeping it within the XML within the save. So you can't buy anything. So the only way to do that, I've had to fix that, is also just give me basically back a version. And I know he's going to probably, I think, re-release a bit of work on that sooner rather than later. If you need to do it yourself and you don't want to figure out how to go back and go through the GitHub to find an old version, go to your Farm Sim saves, go into your backups, and you will find one, and just sort of work backwards and copy the used equipment yards, used whatever it is, used vehicles yards or used equipment yard XML into the current save file. It won't be there, so that's the way to get around that. Other than that, though, everything is looking tickety-boo. I am going to bring that massive trailer of bales in by here. We're going to put them up there. And that's why we wanted to do this, because you can see there that sort of floating green image up there, we can drop them in there and then get them into an auto storage, which just makes life so much easier for us. Animals all good, but yeah, if anyone can tell me, because what's weird is if I go here, I get the workshop option, so I get the trigger and it works for that. But with this, nothing. And then with animals, where's the cows one, I wonder? I don't even know where the cow one is, actually. Oh, there. Let's go through here. Let's open this. And I don't get the... Oh, I do get an open animal dialogue. That's weird. It does it on that one, but not the chickens. Am I just missing the chicken one then? Am I just being a complete pillock? Oh, it's there. Ah, okay, that's weird. I was like stood around here for ages, but it's actually the trigger is inside, but the selection point is there. But it's still not doing it for the fuel, so that's the problem. So it's a silo connection, I'm guessing. Let me just make sure I'm not being an absolute idiot. But yeah, so there we are. So a few things to do. This has taken a couple of days to film, and so the first actual Forgotten Farmers episode where we had a look at Geistal as a map has come out. Massive support for that, thank you. And more importantly, the sort of honest conversation we had within the Whitcomb Let's Play series. Thank you to all of you who have taken the time to say such kind things, and just remind me why I spend the time making content, because honestly, it, like, some of the things you guys have said have just meant the world. It wasn't done to generate any sympathy. It wasn't done to generate any revenue. I didn't even put revenue on the video itself, because I just wanted to sort of talk to you guys. A couple of you have gone and signed up on Ko-fi, which is incredible. Thank you. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart, from Mrs. Mids and the kids. It's your support and your faith that make me be able to kind of carry on just fine doing these things, having fun and smiling, and it's already changed my attitude to what we're doing and made me very, very happy to be playing the game again. So thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you like sort of how we're setting this up, in terms of I'm not gonna make you sit through loads of cinematics and stuff. This is going to be try and be a bit of a quick mini series, and just sort of talking the in-between bits of the actual farming, because you can do the farming yourselves. I hope you like it, but again, give me some feedback, let me know what you're thinking. But we are going to call it a day there. You know the rules. If you are new here, please consider giving it a subscription. If you are a returning viewer and haven't subscribed, you definitely need to subscribe and consider giving it a like if you think it's worthy of it. If you can support the channel, head over to Ko-fi. All the details are on there, and that's a financial thing, but there's no requirement for you to do that. A simple sub on YouTube and like would mean the world to me. But for now, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.